Let's put that question across to our panelists. Today, we are joined by Jawahar Sarkarji. He is a former Rajya Sabha MP of the TMC. He is one of the veterans in the parliament. Thank you so much, sir, for being here on Times Now. There's also Mumtaz Patel, Congress leader, a young Turk, of course. A lot of political history that you have come from. You have political lineage on your side. But you are also a face for Gen Z, for a change in the entire system. So I'm going to start first with Jawahar Sarkar. We've seen the Gen Z bring about a change, and they've done commendable job when it comes to pushing for their needs. A lot of it was violence-free, so let's point that out. But they've managed to attain what they had started. Why shouldn't they have a voice inside the parliament as well?
I agree with you. I agree with you for a different reason altogether. India's present demography will show you that around 70%, that's quite a lot, 69% to be more precise, 69% of India is between 15 and 64 years, 15 and 64.
Right.
So if you take between 15 and 25, it will be a solid 12 to 14%. Now, by insisting on this age bar of 25 for Lok Sabha and 30 for Rajya Sabha, you are actually depriving a large section of the youth from participating. 24% of India is still below 15 years, and just 7%, 8% is in our age group. There has been. Point is, it's not only assuring that the youngsters get a chance to come into parliament, it's also absolutely necessary the way we are growing up the demographic dividend.
Yes.
We have a huge demographic dividend for the next 10, 12 years. And we have absolutely nothing ready for this demographic advantage. There's nothing special for them. The young, raring to go youngsters have no future, which was pretty apparent from the agitation. So, unless they have their voices in parliament, we can't expect people of our generation to be standing. Of course, they do. But it would make much more sense if they had a large quota of youngsters between, I would say, between 18. I would go up to 18 because politics starts early. Maybe 20. Maybe 21. If you can start voting from 18, you jolly well can stand for elections at 18. But anyway, let's make it 21 so that college and graduation is over. So if you start from 21 and you have a large section, they would focus, they would actually impact upon any government. I am not talking of political parties, to turn around the policies from that always structured policy to something that is focused on drawing the best advantage of the most vibrant section of the youth.
Okay.
That's my logic.
Okay, let me go across to Mumtaz Patel. Gen Z, although they are the wokest of them all, they have the fanciest ideas, many of them are revolutionary in many ways. But here is the criticism. What the millennials always say, Gen Z doesn't have stickiness. They don't have the seriousness. The critics say that yes, they can come hold protests, but when things go wrong, they don't know how to handle it. Because one thing that they don't have, wisdom and experience. Can enthusiasm alone make up for that gap?
Hi, I don't know how to answer that question because it is yet to be tried and tested. We only see all the seniors in the parliament. We see a certain age group that is always in control. Coming from a political family and a background, my father won the election in 1977 when he was 26 years old. He was the youngest MP in the Lok Sabha at that point of time. And you can see his trajectory, you can see his journey that 40 years he reached a certain in position within the Congress party and as a member of parliament also. And he was then at the end a veteran leader, if you call it. But if you're not going to give a chance to the younger generation today, between 13 years of age to 35, I think we're about 40 plus population, 40% of the Indian population. Times have changed. The world has changed. Technology has changed. The way that you approach life has changed. So I think you need younger people in the system and policy making. But more than that, I think it is very, very important that the way we have a certain criteria in terms of education and degrees for any kind of jobs, I think that is much needed for you to enter the Indian parliament. I think you need to have a certain degree and a level of education to be within the system.
Okay, that's